what can I say? I do lead a blessed life. I've been involved in spiritual circles and groups and events for well over 15 years now. And if you do anything consistently through your life, you will start to notice patterns forming. And there's a pattern formed that I have observed around these kind of events that I laughingly refer to as the flake factor. Now, I don't mean this in any kind of offensive way to anyone. I wouldn't want to upset anyone. But it is a thing. And it works like this. There's an event. It could be a ceremony. It could be a meditation circle or a men's group. It could be any kind of spiritual event. And what happens is the day of the event, or perhaps the day before, the organizer receives a text message that says, I'm very, very sorry, but I'm not able to make it to XYZ event because ... fill in the blanks. It happens with every single event, every time, as far as I'm aware. What is that flake factor? What is it about? What does it come from? And whether you're an organizer of an event or whether you're somebody going to an event, I think it's worth understanding this phenomenon. What I believe happens in these events is connected with the two different sides of a person's being. We have an eternal side and we have a temporary side. The eternal side is our soul, our spirit, the part that transmigrates from body to body, incarnation to incarnation, and etc. You know what I'm talking about. The other part of us is the temporary side. It is our mind, body, ego trinity that we require in order to live in this dualistic reality. What do I mean by dualistic? In order for us to appreciate the all that is, we must have a perception of ourselves being separate from it. You could not possibly enjoy a walk in a beautiful forest without ego, because without ego, you are the forest. You couldn't enjoy a beautiful sky because you are the sky. And you couldn't enjoy the fragrance of flowers on the air because you are both the fragrance and the air. So ego gives us this amazing ability to see all the rest of everything else as separate from us so that we can interact, we can relate to it. It's fabulous. What a beautiful gift from the divine. What I see most spiritual people doing is attempting to smash the ego, to kill the ego, to beat it into submission with a stick in the day and with a shoe at night. And it's all very violent. We are very, very powerful manifestors. And if there is an event that's coming up that we are planning to go to, and the ego thinks, hang on a sec, if I go to this event, I'm going to get smashed. I'm broken. I'm killed. I don't want to die. So through our powers of manifestation, we are able to put obstacles and blocks in the path ahead of us that prevent us, seemingly, from going to said ceremony or said circle or said event or course, whatever it is. And the excuses I've heard, some of them are, they're not funny, oh, my mum's ill, my cat died. I've heard that a few times. My dog ran away. I need to find my dog. The babysitter let me down. I've got no one to look after the kids. I can't come. All these kinds of things that come up seemingly appear from outside of us in our wider reality. But I don't believe they do. I think on some level we manifest those things to prevent us from doing the thing that is going to be most beneficial for us in our spiritual growth. If you are an organizer of events, it is worth knowing that this is a thing and appreciating this mechanism that I call the flake factor. You can therefore come to a place of being compassionate, and you can also help people to realize what it is that's going on in the situation and give them an empowered choice. If they understand that this flake factor is a thing and these obstacles are possibly not coming from their own, external circumstance, but their own manifestation through their own personal ego's fear of death, they can have a very beautiful paradigm shift and they can make a much more informed decision about how they're going to overcome that obstacle and make it to your event. If you are in the position where some obstacle has appeared in your path that prevents you from doing the thing, have a little talk to yourself. Check in. Have a chat with your ego and find out, is this obstacle something that I'm manifesting out of fear of ego death? If you can answer honestly yes to that, you can find a way over that obstacle and make it to that event so that you get that advancement in your spiritual growth that you've probably paid for. It's about pushing through. There will always be obstacles on the path. Spiritual life isn't all love and light and fairies and unicorns. It's work, and it's uncomfortable a lot of the time. But unless we do that uncomfortable work, we're not going to evolve. We're not going to go anywhere. And sometimes that uncomfortable work happens before the event. How many ayahuasca ceremonies I've been to where people go into process the night before or the week before the ceremony. Stuff starts happening long before any medicine enters their body. It's common. And how these events can start a cycle, a chain reaction of events afterwards that ripple through their life, bringing massive benefit because they've made that, I don't want to use the word sacrifice, but they've made that extra effort. They've gone the extra mile to make that thing happen. So I guess my part here is to make you aware of this flake factor and encourage you to do whatever it takes to move along your spiritual path. On that note, bless your journey, bless your path, bless your heart. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. I trust it's useful, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Aho.